Hello, my name is Noble Woods III. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran, and I'm the founder and CEO of Elysian Shores Supportive Housing. Today, I want to share our vision and mission, and why I believe this project can change lives. To understand why Elysian Shores matters, let me start with a personal story. After I left the Marine Corps, I struggled. I battled drugs and alcohol and racked up multiple DUIs, and I even spent time in jail. Eventually, I lost my home, my family, and ended up homeless. I know what it feels like to be hopeless. To wake up and not know where you'll sleep that night. To feel like the world has forgotten you, especially when you once wore the uniform with pride. But in 1999, by the grace of God and with the help of family, friends, and the amazing staff of Hines VA Hospital, I got a second chance at life. I found sobriety and grabbed onto it like a lifeline. It wasn't easy. It took hitting rock bottom and a lot of support, but it saved my life. Since then, I've devoted myself to serving the community that helped me up. For years, my wife and I volunteered with Operation Stand Down, and I even participated in the first North County Stand Down, working to get homeless veterans food, shelter, and hope. I've served on the Board of Trustees at First United Methodist Church and chaired its Racial Justice Grant Committee, fighting for dignity and justice for everyone. Every step of the way, I've tried to pay forward the support I received. My guiding principle is simple: never leave a brother or sister behind. Yet no matter how much we do, I keep seeing brothers and sisters still falling through the cracks. Yes, we've made progress. Veteran homelessness in San Diego County has dropped in recent years, thanks to hard work by many. But about 372 veterans are still out there tonight with no place to call home. 372 men and women who served our country are sleeping on sidewalks, in canyons, or in their cars. Many are carrying unseen wounds, trauma, PTSD, depression, addiction. These tend to be the most chronic cases. The veterans who haven't been reached by earlier programs because their needs are deeper and more complex. I'll be honest with you. I could have been one of them. If I hadn't gotten help when I did, I might have become just another statistic. That thought is with me every day, and it's why I'm determined to fight for those 372 heroes still out there. That's why we created Elysian Shores. It's a bold plan to tackle this crisis head on. We're going to adaptively reuse an empty downtown office tower and convert it into roughly 200 units of permanent supportive housing for homeless veterans and their families. Imagine a skyscraper that once housed corporate offices, now reborn as a place where our veterans can finally hang their hats and call it home. Picture walking into that building. The lobby that used to have a security desk and company logos now has a welcome center decorated with American flags and unit patches. A veteran coming in off the street is greeted with a smile and the words, "Welcome home." Upstairs, the old office floors are now safe, clean apartments. They're modest, a bed, a small kitchen, a bathroom. But to someone who's been living rough, it's everything. A door they can lock, a safe place to sleep. That alone is life-changing. But we're not stopping at housing. What makes Elysian Shores truly special is what else is inside that tower. We're dedicating 3 entire floors to on-site supportive services. Because housing without support isn't enough for someone coming out of chronic homelessness. I know that firsthand. Under the same roof, we will have a recovery floor, a clinical services floor, and a vocational training floor. On the recovery floor, veterans will find counselors and support groups to help them conquer substance abuse and cope with mental health challenges. We will partner with local services for addiction recovery to be there every day. On the clinical floor, they'll have access to medical care and therapy right at home. All necessary services will be on site, so our vets can see a doctor or therapist without jumping through hoops or traveling across town. And on the vocational floor, we'll have classrooms and job training programs. This is where our residents will learn new skills, build resumes, and connect to employment or education opportunities. All these services under one roof create a one-stop shop for rebuilding lives. A veteran can wake up in their own bed, take an elevator down to a recovery meeting, step over to a doctor's appointment, and later attend a job workshop, all in one place. This integrated approach is designed for those high-need veterans who haven't thrived in traditional housing programs. At Elysian Shores, we won't just give them a key and wish them luck. We'll surround them with the support they need to truly turn their lives around. Now, a project of this scale requires not just heart, but a smart strategy. We have a unique business model to fund and operate Elysian Shores sustainably. We're combining roughly 40% philanthropic donations, 35% mission-driven investments, and 25% low-interest loans to raise the capital we need. By keeping the debt piece small and bringing in socially conscious investors, we can ensure the project isn't crushed by debt costs and that we stay mission-focused. Equally important, we're building Elysian Shores to operate without the typical HUD funding structure. That gives us the freedom to tailor our program without getting tangled in red tape. We'll leverage innovative funding streams like the California Advancing and Innovating Medi-Cal program, which supports services in housing and have veterans use benefits they're entitled to, like SSI, to contribute a small portion toward rent. And we'll continue rallying community support to cover the rest, especially for the intensive services. The bottom line, this approach is built for long-term sustainability. We want to open these doors and never have to shut them, no matter how the funding winds change. Now, I need to talk about urgency. The opportunity in front of us is here right now, but it won't last. At this moment, downtown San Diego has an unusually high office vacancy rate. That means there are buildings we can acquire at a fraction of their former price. We've identified a promising tower that fits our needs, and we are in talks to secure it. But if we wait too long, that window could close. The building might be sold to someone else, or prices could climb again. We have a limited time to get this done. And beyond the real estate market, there's the human urgency. Every day that passes is another day a veteran is out there in the cold. Another day someone might not make it. We can't afford to sit back and let bureaucracy slow us down. I feel the weight of those lives every single day, and it's why we are pushing hard to make Elysian Shores a reality as fast as possible. Great news is, we're not doing this alone. We will have incredible partners ready to jump in as soon as we have the building. There are numerous local organizations that will join our mission in the future. These organizations are the best in the business when it comes to serving veterans and people experiencing homelessness. They're prepared to bring their staff and programs into Elysian Shores because they believe in this mission. Think about that collaboration. Multiple powerhouse nonprofits, all under one roof, each bringing their expertise to help our veterans succeed. That kind of united effort is unprecedented in San Diego, and it's exactly what we need to tackle a problem of this magnitude. Now let me paint a quick picture of the future we're working toward. It's opening day at Elysian Shores. A veteran who has been homeless for years walks through our door. We say, "Welcome home," and hand them the keys to their new apartment. For the first time in a long time, they get to sleep in a safe, warm bed behind their own door. Over the next weeks, the veteran meets a counselor downstairs who helps them begin dealing with his PTSD and work towards sobriety. The veteran visits the clinic floor and finally gets treatment for that nagging injury and the depression that's been weighing on them. The veteran joins a workshop on the vocational floor and starts thinking about a job or a class they might take. Fast forward a few months. Because our vet has a stable home and constant support, they are healthier. They're sober. Maybe they're working part-time or in training for a new career. our veteran smiles again. Our recovering vet even starts mentoring the next new resident, welcoming them just like we welcomed them. That is the transformation Elysian Shores will make possible. Not just housing people, but truly helping them reclaim their lives. I'm sharing all this because we need your help to make it happen. We have the vision, the plan, and the partners. What we need now is the power of our community to push this over the finish line. If you're still listening, it means you care. And I thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. Now I'm asking you to take action and join this mission. First, please donate to our GoFundMe. We've launched a GoFundMe campaign to cover the critical early costs of this project. Things like legal and administrative fees, architectural plans, and securing the site. We need these funds immediately to keep our momentum going. You can find the campaign at https://gofund.me 0CF0C8E0. Every dollar truly makes a difference. Whether it's $5 or $500, your contribution brings us one step closer to opening doors for those veterans. Second, visit our website, ElysianShores.com, to learn more and get involved. On the site, you'll find more details about our plan, answers to questions, and updates on our progress. You can also reach out to us there if you have ideas, resources, or time to volunteer. Maybe you have a skill or a connection that could help. Let us know. Or simply join our mailing list to stay informed. Every person who stays connected is part of the support network we need. Third, spread the word. This is a grassroots effort, and its strength grows with every person who hears about it. Share this video with friends, family, co-workers, anyone who might care about our veterans. Post it on social media or bring it up in conversation. And if you haven't already, click the like button and subscribe to this channel for future updates. These simple actions help more people see this message. You never know. The person who hears about Elysian Shores from you might be the one who donates a major gift or helps us find our next big opportunity. San Diego is a city that truly loves its veterans. Now we have a chance to prove it by ending veteran homelessness here at home. I believe we can do it. Elysian Shores is how. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for listening and for caring. When I was at my lowest, this community lifted me up. Now I'm asking you to help me lift up others in return. Let's turn an empty tower into a beacon of hope. Let's give those 372 heroes the home and help they deserve. Let's make Elysian Shores a reality together. Thank you. God bless you, and Semper Fi.